Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad. Divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Hey kids. Guess what time it is? It's Peter G Show time. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. How the hell is everybody? I'm going to give everybody a little time to get on. Look at this. Oh, I got the wrong show on. I'm watching my... Holy crap. I want everybody to do the watch party thing. Yeah. Watch parties are where it's at, people. That's right. Tonight's going to be an interesting night. I'm going to do a little bit of talking tonight, and then I have a guest also. Then I'm going to do a little bit of talking. Here we are. Now I'm catching up. There we go. Sorry. Again, no matter how much I click to expand, I want to expand. No matter how much I do this, it's always like the first time every night. Feels like the first time. Yeah. Sunday night. It's been a hell of a week as always. It's always something to talk about. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. I see my Bolt Energy people are on now. That's where I like it. I like everything. Hey, Pete. There you go. And my Florida correspondent, Paul. Always something to talk about because this world is insane. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in, who's keeping up with the whole deal. I feel good. I'm very, very blessed. Whether you want to take that or not, I'm throwing it out there. Life, as much as sometimes I'm just feel like I'm banging my head against the wall, which is a lot, I am very blessed. And it's really good to be here every week, like clockwork, and I'm so thankful for you guys, whether you're watching the reruns or you're watching live, you're writing me during the week, you're telling me all this kind of stuff. I'm glad you're here. That's a really big deal to me, and I thank you for it from the bottom of my heart. I can't say it enough. Speaking of can't saying it enough, I could not be here if it wasn't for, that's right, my beloved Bolt Energy. Bolt Energy, go out and get you some Bolt Energy. That's right, my Bolt Energy people are watching right now, as they always do. Why? Because they know I do this show and still choose to support me. Gotta love it. I'm going to have my Bolt Energy people on eventually. We're just, I don't know, this world right now, we're getting so crazy and they're all over the place. But here's the deal. Why Bolt Energy? No preservatives. Go find that in an energy drink. Again, let me save you some time. You're not going to find it. Bolt Energy tastes great. I like the way it tastes, especially when it's ice cold. It's not a big giant can. You don't have to drink a whole bunch of it. It doesn't get you all jittery and wired out. It's a cleaner energy drink. Electrify your senses. These guys are workout fanatics. They try to make something better than the rest. I love Bolt Energy. And so does Paul in Florida. If you can't find Bolt Energy because they're growing, go to www.drinkboltenergy and ask the Bolt Energy people, say, hey, Bolt Energy people, where can I get some of this Bolt Energy that Peter G speaks of? They'll tell you how you can find it. Again, it's not easy. You go in stores, there's a million energy drinks. What separates Bolt Energy from the rest? Check it out and find out. I know why. Again, if you're a health nut, that's right. No preservatives. All right? It's enriched with antioxidants and vitamins, but again, no preservatives. So it's a fresher deal. All right? Tastes good too. Mixes well with adult beverages if you choose. I'm not going to confirm nor deny, but I'm going to confirm. I'm going to crack open a can like I always do. Gets me started. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm going to have a special guest on tonight, somebody who's been on the show about a year ago. She was talking about a lot of things. We're gonna. I don't even want to explain it right now. We're gonna get there. But I got a special guest on tonight. A normal, your average, everyday person. We're not bringing any professionals on tonight, but we're going to talk about some things in life. And we're going to do it right here on my little old show. So salute, Volt Energy. Ooh la la. I like it. Oh man. I wait all day for that. Like, no, I just like, that way it's even better. All right, I want everybody to start a watch party right now. That's what we're going to do. You hit the share button. You hit the share button and it says you want to start a watch party. And then you hit the watch party. Share it with your friends. I swear that in time, there's going to be a show that's going to affect the people in your life. Some topic I'm going to talk about that, because I talk about so many things. That's why it's called Life with Peter G. It's going to affect someone somewhere. And someone's story that's on this show is going to help somebody with their life. Because it helped me when I heard other people's stories. So be the kind human being and share. I'm telling you, but at the end of the day, there's always something good that comes out of all this, and the jokes are free. Oh boy! So yeah, watch party people, start those watch parties. That's it. I just started a watch party on my personal page. I hope you do too. Love you guys. All right, I want to talk about a couple things real quick before I get Nicole on the phone. Or is it Nick? We'll find out. Last week, 9/11. Very powerful week. Very powerful day. I mean, everybody was lighting up Facebook with 9/11. Remember, never forget. Including especially my America Strong people. They were definitely, we had a lot of posts because, as I said, I was fortunate enough that they asked me to be on their page and read 50 of the 2,977 names of victims that were lost during 9/11. And they put together a big video of congressmen, state representatives, war veterans, first responders, you name it. And they put together a big video with all that promoting to never forget 9/11, because New York was not going to have a vigil this year, and I don't know what happened. Last minute, they must have gotten a lot of pressure, and all of a sudden I turn on the TV and there it is. But they weren't going to do it. Governor Cuomo was not going to do it, and it was all politics driven. But I guess they just couldn't get around it because we love America, right? Land of the free. It was all done, and again, my America Strong USA, they had enough too, and they put a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It took me hours to read the 50 names to get it together and do it properly, to give it the respect that it was due, because some of the names were a little bit tongue twisty, and I wanted to get it right, and we had to really work at it. So we did it though. 9/11, pretty powerful stuff. I want to thank Michelle too from last week. She came on and was brave enough to talk about the recent loss of her mother. We talk about this stuff all the time, and it's hard. And that's why I talk about it, because it's hard. We talk about stuff that's very important, that's important to your life. Losing a loved one, for your parents, I went through it. We all went through it. That's why I can talk about it. I can relate. And I'm here to do this stuff so that way we can share the relationship. At the end of the day, it's all about love. And that's what I want to feel. If anything ever went off with me and we left and say, well, how would you think, Peter does his show? I just want everybody to love. Stop the nonsense. I'll say that. I always say that at the end of the shows and things like that. So today I'm kind of doing it towards the beginning, but it's all about we're just helping everybody. We're having a little bit of fun too. I don't get into too many arguments with people. I try not to, but if I do, I do. That's life. But it doesn't mean, but at the end of the day, it's like we move on and let's just love. They're trying to divide this country. Don't let them do it. Don't believe everything you hear. Research a little stuff. I see so much bullshit on Facebook. It's incredible. Incredible. I'll talk about that if I have more time later. Let me write that down too, Sturgis. Anyway, so I want to thank Michelle for being brave. I mean, it's a real sore spot with her, but she came on. I told her to do her some good just to let it out. I mean, believe me, there's no miracles. Time, and even with time, it's painful. And again, it's love. If you didn't love somebody, you wouldn't feel it. You wouldn't care. So that's just the way it goes. Fires here in California and Oregon are horrendous. The sky, the whole western seaboard, the sun cannot shine through all the smoke. We have been inhaling smoke. My throat is hurting, and my nose won't stop running, and my voice has been affected from all the smoke, and it's not even near us. I mean, it's that bad. The sun, for the past 3 days, has looked like an orange ball, kind of like the moon. When it comes up in the morning, it's all you can stare at it because it's not so bright. You just see a round orange circle. Prayer for the fire victims. That's another thing. Yeah, I think 33 lives already have been lost with this in Northern California and Oregon, combined. They're gone. They're gone. It's a tragic thing. It's really, really, I mean, as if, Portland and all these places weren't doing enough stupid shit politically, burning their places down. Now we have natural disasters going on. And people are bitching about climate change and all this, blah, blah, blah. It's just that time for this shit to happen. I'm sure, hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago, it probably happened before that too, Comes a time when stuff has to burn to clear, and then it happens again. I don't know. And then you have dumbasses too that set fires and make things worse. But anyway, yeah, smoke. I just happened to catch the news. I'm going to call Nicole real quick in a minute, but I happened to catch the news, and this just blew me away. You guys are talking about police brutality and all this kind of shit, and I get it. I do to a certain extent. I get it. Not every cop is a great cop. There's a couple of bad ones out there, or just overzealous, and I get it. And I believe in formal training, not defunding the police. It's my opinion. But last night, 2 police officers were sitting in their cop car. A guy comes running up, ambushes them through the window, and shoots them both. And takes off running. They're just sitting there in their cop cars. You want to tell me this is the kind of job they have to go to every day, and you don't understand why these guys are in fear for their life? You think they got to make an educated decision, last minute when people are not conforming and all? We're going to talk about this after the show. I'm already getting riled up. We're going to talk about this after I get through with Nicole, because I got stuff to talk about. It's like, I understand, but there's also a happy alternative. When somebody pulls you over, do what they say, and we'll pick that up. I'm going to calm down now. Love, people. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Again, we didn't test anything. I didn't pre-call, and this is the bad thing. So this is either going to work really well tonight, or it's not going to work at all. One or the other. Oh boy, let's call Nick, or is it Nicole? Let's see what's going on here. I pray that it works. Oh, so far I have audio. That's always a good thing. If we can have video, that'll be even better. 3, 4 ringy dingies. Come on. Nick or Nicole, pick up that phone. Don't be alone. Hey. Turn that camera sideways, girl. What'd I tell you? Horizontal. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. It doesn't do it. Nope. Turn it the other way again now. What's going on with that thing? I'll take it. You see what I'm saying? It's showing thin. It's not showing wide. Yeah. That's all right. All right. Hold on. Let me turn down some music. I was over jamming over here. Okay, so you have earbuds in? Holy moly.
My earbuds is messed up.
Your earbuds are messed up. All right. Hey, who else is there with you tonight?
Just Mom. I think she went to bed.
Really? I figured she would have stayed up for this, but that's all good. First of all, I want to thank you for coming on, right? You were on my show about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember why we were on the show about a year ago?
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about, your father not being around and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's but so how's your year been with that? Any touch with him? Is he completely gone? What's going on?
I ain't heard nothing from him since then.
Really? Okay. But we agreed that back then, if he doesn't do it, he doesn't do it. You're just about a grown woman. I mean, no matter how old you are, you're still somebody's child and stuff like that. But I mean, you've managed all this time. You're a good-looking girl. You're a pretty girl, and your mama loves you, and you have kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how many kids you have?
I got 3 boys.
3 boys. How old again?
The boys, they're 9, 7, and 2.
9, 7, and 2. Okay, so you're busy. It's a hustle.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hustle. Thank God you have your mama around, right?
Especially with work and school now.
Work in school. What are you going to school for?
Business administration.
Awesome. All right. So you're doing. You have to keep pushing forward, no matter what. Nobody's going to help. You gotta have to take it to where, even though people may help you, I've got help all the time. But I mean, somebody put it to me years ago. They said, God helps those who help themselves. And it was an old Jewish lady, and I just took that into account. It's like you have to, why would anybody want to get up and help off their butt to help you if they don't see you wanting to have help? Correct?
Right.
Okay, so you're all in all. I mean, life's been kind of okay. Since I've talked to you last,
Minus the past week, but
I get that, and I told you we won't talk about that unless you want to. But that's not originally why I wanted you on the show, because you're like my, not a trial case study, but I mean, I've been watching you for several years, and I watched you cry out loud and because Facebook is a place where people, give their feelings. And I've watched you go through a lot of ups and downs because emotionally you were, devastated. You don't understand why your father wasn't around and all that kind of stuff. And we talked about it last year, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, so you're a fan, and you're also been on my show, and you were kind enough back then to be brave enough to talk about these things, which is, we're sharing stories because I promise you somebody else is going through the same stuff as you. You're not a pioneer. And you came on to the show and you talked to me about all those things. So my point being is that I've been watching you because you occasionally pop on, and I like your things, whatever you do, and you say something, and if I see you freaking out, I'll make a, freak out face, and I'll say, what's going on? Well, you got my attention again. Do you know why?
No.
You don't know why?
No.
Take a wild guess.
The announcement I made on Facebook about a week ago?
Yeah, it was more than a week ago, but yeah, correct. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it was a week ago. Time, I don't know. Everything seems, I'm all out of whack. So here's what I'm going to, let me set this up real quick, okay?
All right.
Nicole was the young lady who's been on my show once or twice? Nicole? Once, okay. Feels like, because I see you. Feels like more. But Nicole was on my show, and back then she was a mom of 3 kids. She has a mama that helps her out. She's, going through life, and everything is good. And you had a boyfriend, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you loved him and all that stuff. And life was good. You were, for the most part, at least, at the end of the show, the moral of the story was you had people around you that love you. I see you have friends that love you on Facebook. It's like, well, what else you going to, you can't, it's no perfect scenario. But the bottom line was, it was Nicole that I was talking to. All of a sudden, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, you made this public announcement that you no longer want to be Nicole, you want to be Nick. Correct? Why?
It's something I've been basically battling with for quite some time now. And I've been talking with some friends, and they kind of made it easier for me to bring that issue to surface and realize that it's who I really am, who I want to be, versus trying to be somebody I'm not for everybody else.
Do you really think that all these years you were somebody that you weren't, that you were Nicole, a girl who had 3 children? It's not like, I know you like doing cosplay, and you do your hair constantly. You're constantly messing with your, putting on stuff and doing stuff. I mean, you really feel like this has been a struggle? Because I wouldn't have figured this out to save my life. I didn't see this coming. And I'm pretty open to everything. I just want to know why. I just needed the explanation to justify it, because it was just so abrupt, at least to me. And I want to know, and then whatever happens, happens. It's all up to you. I just want to, I guess, really get to the root of it to see if it's just some, I don't know, you're just reaching out for something, or is it really, really who you're meant to be?
Yeah, I haven't really spoke to about the issue with anybody. It was more of between me and myself. I might have told a few people here and there, but I finally came to terms and decided that I would tell everybody and go from there and try to start, instead of doing for everybody else, try to make myself happy.
And I'm cool with that. I hear that. See, I can hear my speaker coming through you. And I'm cool with that. But my question is, okay, so you don't like men anymore, or never really did? You just kind of did because that's what you're supposed to do? I mean, are you into women now, or I don't
I did.
explain.
I've always did both.
That's lucky. I mean, so both. So, okay. So, well, then, if that's the way you wanted to be, why couldn't you just stay Nicole and be bisexual?
I just never felt right in being a considered female. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I've always been more male-wise as far as like dressing and stuff goes. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just more so I don't feel that I should be female, I guess is the best way for me to try to explain it.
So
I don't feel as a female body.
So you've always wanted to be more of a boy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You want to dress like a boy. You want to be more of a boy. And you like women.
Right.
Have you been with women before you made this decision? Have you been with women?
Yeah.
How long? How many years?
Since about middle school.
Really? Okay. I'm just trying to check because, again, I didn't see this coming, and I'm just asking these questions because I'm wondering whether this is just a trial period or it's deep within. And again, maybe but I didn't know, and that's why and I said I didn't even want to talk to you until we talk about this because there's a lot of people in your position. There's a lot of people that keep things under the hat, and there are also a lot of stupid people that do things because they're drunk or they're this and that, and they just do things, and it helps ruin the situation for the people who really do need to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I really wanted to ask you because I said, is this a phase you're going through, or this has been for real, ongoing, and I mean, because when you start looking or dressing like a boy and start, are you going to be the ones that like really pad yourself down? And I mean, is that the way you want to be, or and then you got girls that like girls that are very feminine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm just trying to figure out what direction you're going, and is it going to be, permanent, or just this is just seeing how it goes?
No, it's going to be permanent because I'm supposed to be getting my blood work back tomorrow to be able to talk to my doctor about starting T-shots.
What's that do?
It's testosterone shots.
And what's that going to do for you?
That's a hard one to explain.
I'm listening. I got time. We're here. It's just you and me.
I tried to explain it the best I could to Mom the other day because she asked me the same question. It's basically, how like females take estrogen and males have testosterone.
Yes.
It basically kind of transforms your body to more masculine tone.
Right. You want to shave.
And instead of having a more feminine body, you have more of a more masculine body.
Do you want to be able to shave, like grow hair on your face?
Yeah.
Really? Let me tell you something. I'm going to hip you up. This is a little thing. Shaving sucks. Okay? It sucks. It's a pain in the ass. Unless you want to be, Nick the Bearded, I'm just giving you a little heads up. You might, if I could have this all ripped out and never have to shave, I'm sick of shaving every day. That is if you want a smooth face. Now, if you want to be all roughed up and, I don't know. To me, it's overrated. But, so, just for that. And Honestly, I didn't know what to expect when I was going to ask you these things, because this is a hell of a commitment you're doing right here. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yes, I guess you can change your mind later and all that, but I'm just only because I've been watching you for so many years now, and I just want to make sure that it's just not because of all the circumstances around you that you know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, because this is what about your kids? What are your kids are? I know they're small, but how do you deal with that?
I mean, they know I'm very open with them.
They're so young. Do they even really understand?
My middle child, I don't think quite particularly grasps it fully, but my oldest, he knows because, like I said, I mean, I'm honest and open with them, so
Well, it's going to be
it's
hard to
not
hide.
right, but
It's just that it's going to be weird to understand. You know what I mean? You go to events and it's like all of a sudden you've been mom all these years. Now what? I mean, are you still going to? What is that? I don't. What How do you? What is it to the kids?
I mean,
I'm just
I
asking.
figured that part out. I'm still talking with my therapist and doctors as far as that goes.
Okay. I mean, so good. So you got a therapist? They won't. I guess they won't. Will they not let you do this kind of stuff until you get like evaluated? How's that work?
They just talk to you to make sure that you're sure that that's what you want before you jump and go do something. They want to talk to you, make sure it's what you want for sure. Basically, like you're asking me the questions, asking me if that's what I really want or if it's like a child thing. They talk to you and ask you the same stuff.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I ask this stuff again is because I don't think anybody like gay people. I don't think anybody gay wants to just be gay and go through the ridicule and the harassment that a lot do for those who don't understand. And I tell people, I said, do you think anybody really wants to go through that? I said, again, there's always the idiot factor. There's a few idiots out there, but I hate the ones that are just changing teams because they're just out of control for a while and ruining it for the legitimacy for the real factors. You know what I mean? And that's
They're
important.
just because it's what they see as a trend.
Yes. Yes. And
Absolutely.
well, I didn't want you again. I don't know what's going on with you. We don't really talk. I'm there if you didn't want to, but I do, I keep an eye on you because my hopes were for the best of you. I want you to be happy. That was, I think, the biggest conversation is like happiness is really at the end of the day, you need to be happy. So this is really what's going to make you happy, or is this filling a hole?
No, it's what's going to make me happy finally being able to be who I feel I should be and be myself for once.
So, okay, so you think that you're going to be able to date a guy and still feel like a guy, or I don't, and then will he be a straight male or a gay male, or I don't.
I mean, really, it's their gender preference, their sexuality preference,
Mm-hmm.
versus like who they date, who they consider themselves to date.
Hmm.
'Cause
And
I consider myself pansexual.
you consider yourself what?
Pansexual. They
Pan
date, yeah.
with a
It's
P-A-N?
mhm.
Only reason I'm repeating is because it's a little hollowy. That's why I wish you had earbuds. Next time I'll send you some, okay? A pansexual. I've never heard that term. Please explain to my 3 or 3 million.
um, it's where you basically you don't label who you date. You can date guy, girl, a transgender person. So basically, you don't put a label on who you
Well, then
date.
what is non-binary? What is non-binary? Because I mentioned that you said I'm not non-binary. What does that mean? I think it's a weird term.
A non-binary person is someone that doesn't consider themselves more feminine nor more masculine. They consider themselves gender neutral. They don't
I, I,
consider themselves one or
I
another.
know, but how can you be gender neutral? I mean, so to me, it's like what you're saying you are right now. You're kind of gender neutral, aren't you?
No,
What do you mean? No, you're telling me you'll take the best of both worlds.
basically, I'm. Best way I can explain it.
Well, that's
Is
okay.
I'm transitioning from being in a feminine body to a more masculine body. So it's female and male transgender.
Right, but a lot of these non-binaries, I mean, they look kind of, middle of the roadish.
Yes,
I've never seen a super sexy non-binary. Let's put it that way. I mean, like a female, Jessica Rabbit. I'm not non-binary. I haven't seen it yet. True or false?
true.
Okay. Wow. Again, I didn't know what to expect tonight with you. I just want you happy. You know what I mean? And I don't want you grabbing straws. And that's why I said, I don't know. Does this girl need a talking to? Peter's got to know. Because I care about you. And your mama cares about you, and she's been on this show with you, and we were doing it via phone calls, and I said, now we've kind of changed things, and we're doing a little bit of video, and I want you to tell the world. I mean, because this is stuff that you can watch yourself, and I just want you to be sure about yourself and just not doing stuff out of confusion because you can.
Right.
Wow. What's your mama say about all this?
She told me if whatever makes me happy, that she's there for me regardless.
Right. But I mean, kind of, did she have a hinkling of that stuff was going on, or did you just blow her mind? Kind of.
I think she knew because she didn't act too surprised by it.
You get older, nothing much surprises you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told her I'll try to answer any questions she's got as best of my ability. Just as I'm with you.
What's some of the questions that you think were the weirdest ones that she asked you?
Not so much as weird, but like I was trying to explain with you, was she asked me what a T-shot was, what it does, and basically just explained to her the whole process of everything.
So you want to get more masculine?
Yeah.
You're not happy enough with the way you are right now?
No.
I want to get more masculine too. What's up? I'm just saying that again, the shaving part, don't careful what you wish for, if you want to get caveman-y, I mean, that's I can't, it's a pain in the ass. That's all I can tell you. Maybe you'll have to find out. I guess you could always stop those shots if you don't want them. That's not necessary, man, it's not going to change you forever, right? That's just what keeps pumping in more of that testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to change your voice, obviously, some.
All right.
Probably. It's not going to change your face much, except it might put some hair on your face. But I guess only time will tell. We'll have to have you back on the show to figure out what's going on with. And you really want to be called Nick, huh? Not more Nicole.
Yeah.
No more Nicole. That's going to take me a little while to understand. Not understand, to get used to.
Yeah, it's taken everybody some time to get used to.
A lot of time. Unfortunately, again, because you've been Nicole to me, and Nicole is Nicole, and when I see your face, I mean that's Nicole right there. It's just, but I can accept what you're doing. I mean, doesn't make you a bad person. I just, after how old are you now?
26.
26. I just. Again, it just took me a little bit because I'm going, why now? And because I know some kids, from young ages are coming out and being who they have to be or being who they feel they need to be. And so I just had these questions because it just really, all you did was make some announcement on Facebook, and I'm going, oh, God, what's going on now? I just couldn't help it. That's the way I felt because I'm going, where is this coming from? And I want to know where this is coming from. I want to make sure that you're making the right decision because for other people that are listening to this show, it's because you just can't get up out of bed and just to shock. I didn't know what was going on. Again, a lot of people want reactions and doing shit, and I just want to make sure this isn't a 3 months from now. It's like, oh, I changed my mind.
Right.
And so, are you dating anybody now?
No.
Okay. When you do, are you searching more for a girl or a guy?
Female.
Female. Is it going to be like a female, or are you going to date somebody more butch?
Female.
Female. I don't blame you there. That's the way I'd go too. Yeah. All right. So we both understand that point. But there's a lot of choices, and it just depends. I mean, I see sometimes that again, when you make the choice, I don't know. And you're still open to dating guys. If guys want to date you, you'll whatever kind of comes along, if it's working out for you, correct?
Yeah.
So you don't feel the need, even though you want to be kind of guyish, you don't feel the need to not stop dating guys.
Right.
See, because like with me, and this is how I know it's all, to me, I truly believe it's all in genetics. I'm genetically, I can only date women, and that's what makes me me. I see guys, but I could never date a guy. Now, because it's just that's the way I guess I have my balance of genes or hormones, and so if you can go girls or guys that go with girls or guys and whatever, it's like more power to them. But that's where I feel the balance of genetics, and I really believe in that. I don't believe people that say no, it's just choice. The people are just making it. You're not making a choice. This is from within, correct?
Yeah.
This is an urge. I mean, it's just like when you fall in love. It's because of your hormones and your urge. Try to explain that to people, to why you're doing what you're doing. It's not just like, I think I'll just be gay today.
Right.
Well, I just want to make sure that you relay that message, not me. Because it's just not. I don't know. You just can't wake up. I don't feel you can just wake up and decide. I think I'm going to like women today. Like, I couldn't get out of bed and go, I should start dating guys. It doesn't work for me. I understand it. I have no problem with it, but it doesn't work for me. But it's gonna.
Right.
So now you're saying that this is gonna work for you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardest part of talking about this and getting ready to do all this. What is it?
Having to deal with the judgmental people.
It's a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
And when you go out, I deal with, I can, I call it gaydar. I can see, it's obvious. You're making it very obvious that because of transition, there's no doubt if I was to see you, I'm going, she's probably gay. That fair enough to say? When you look in the mirror, you see that, you are definitely pushing it to the appearance and everything of that, you're a girl, but you're a guy girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard. You're gonna, but all right. I hope. I know you. Again, I've already asked you if this isn't some whim, and you said no. And I just hope you're on the right track, and this is really, really something that you want to do because it takes a lot out of your life. This back, time and effort, and you're going to tell your kids, and so I just hope you're making the right choice because it's really, 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 really who you want to be. Because your kids will love you no matter what. And again, I'm all about love. I don't care if you've got two heads or and as long as you're not an asshole, that's all that matters. I mean, the world is full of them. But you just need to be a decent person. I don't care what you are, and your mama's right, but she'll support you. But the thing is, so long as you're not just picking, like, what if, let's reach into the hat and what will we do today? Because, again, I've watched you. You like to play around with all different looks and this and that. I've watched you for years. And that's kind of different. Now you're going sexually in a direction, both looking and attracting. And I just want to make sure. I said, I got to talk to this girl or Nick to make sure that we're really making, you're serious as hell about this and not just to make a statement because you want to be this person and not just reaching out just to, shock value, that kind of crap, right? Huh. Who else? You got friends backing you up? I mean, when you decided to do this, who did you tell first?
Mom was the first one I told. My best friend Eugene was the second one. Him and Rachel actually were the second ones. I told them about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically after I talked to them three is about the time that I decided that I'd tell everybody after I sat down and talked to all of them.
When you told your friends, what did they say?
Rachel and Jean, they were fine with it. They told me they would be there with me, whatever I chose to do, just to make sure it's what I really wanted.
Did they even have a clue? I mean, maybe they've known your sexual escapades or anything. But it's one thing to have sex and and be bisexual or this and that. But now again, you're not only doing that, you don't want to be Nicole anymore. I mean, that's my biggest thing right there. It's like you don't want to be Nicole anymore. And it's like because I look at Nicole and I go, "What's wrong with Nicole? I like Nicole." You know what I mean? Is there really a need to be Nick? Could you not be? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just asking these questions because it's like, could you not be Nicole and still be the way you want to be? I mean, is the transition that important to you? To attempt to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Is it or?
To me personally, yes.
Okay. That's what I want to hear because again, that's the hardest part. That's the biggest part. I mean, you could have been, into girls and just stayed the way you were, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of girls that'd be after you. But you want to be, you want to change your looks and your feel and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm saying that's a serious, serious move, and I want to hear it from you. Well, I guess it is what it is, and I got no problem with that. I just wanted to hear it from you because I wanted other people to hear it from you because, again, my biggest motto is you're not alone. I know there's plenty of people struggling with these issues. I just feel bad that this was a struggle. I mean, to where I don't know. I guess it's hard when you're sitting in your own head for how many years not knowing what you want to do or trying to be for other people. I mean, you don't feel you were being yourself to be yourself all these years?
No.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. I mean, I know there was other issues we've struggled with or you've struggled with, and just, again, daddy, things, and none of them to which are your fault. But I just didn't want to, I guess I really wanted to make sure that wasn't part of all this mess because that's a whole nother mess. You know what I mean? Everything from here on has to be positive. And it is. It could be. I just want to make sure you're not, just again, reaching out. I feel that a lot of times I find a lot of people that are doing stuff, whether they're just getting stoned all the time or staying stoned or just drinking a lot or just acting out, and because there's something missing. And I just wanted to make sure when it comes to this more than anything, because it's so drastic, it's a major overhaul and a major statement to do. And I don't want to see you turn around later. And please, if you change your mind, that's fine. But I'm just saying that, it just wasn't working out. You know what I mean? I just went back to Nicole. And you can. I just wanted to hear it. I want to know why. Because, again, it's you're going to go through a lot of ups and downs in this ball game. I mean, the people that love you, but strangers are strangers. And where you work, and where you work someplace, and I mean, just don't I guess it's the same thing with everything else. It's like, just don't put battleship tattoos on your chest. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm just saying that a lot of these girls that I see that are, transitioning, they want to be guys. They just really, really get crazy with it. It's like, I don't know. I guess there's tattooed guys and all that too, but it's hard enough as it is. I'm not saying you have to conform or anything like that. Be yourself, but you could be yourself without like putting plates in your lips and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And be happy. You could be happy without having to over exaggerate like I'm a guy or I want to be a guy and this is what I'm doing. I think you could be every bit you want to be and stay. And again, not conforming, but just stay under the radar. I stay under the radar, and I'm nothing. I'm a guy. I just try not to bring more attention to myself than what I have to when I'm out in public. I'm just normal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being normal because I'm abnormal up here. But I don't have a single tattoo on me, and the reason I don't have a single tattoo on me after all these years is because I could never commit to something that I felt I could live with down the road. And it's not a big deal. It's just ink. It's the heck with the addiction and all that kind of stuff. I don't have any holes to fill. I kind of get my ass kicked on a daily basis, just like everybody else, but for some reason I still manage to move on without doing anything drastic, so to speak. And I'm not saying what you're doing is drastic. You're making a life-changing decision, and In a way, it's drastic, but it's a move you want to make for your own comfort zone. So for your own comfort zone, you listen to me at this, and then I'm going to let you go. But just do what you got to do, but think twice before you keep making making changes. You don't. There's how far do you have to go? To be happy. And that's my question. How far do you have to go to be happy?
Not 100% sure, but like I told Mom, I'm gonna take it day by day and see.
Take it slow. Because I bet you, whether you want to be with a girl or a guy, I bet you there's a girl that will love you just the way you are like that. Unless you really have the need to want to be hairier. You know what I mean? Because again, I'm anti-hair. I could grow a beard and it drives me crazy. But that's just me. You have your choices. I'm just saying that I promise you, there's somebody out there to love you just like you are, and you still, right now with the short hair, you got the baseball cap on backwards, that's all you're leaning in that direction. You know what I mean? You're going to be dressing a little bit differently. I guess no stilettos for you, but I think there's plenty of people that are going to love you just the way you are. And should you choose to make more choices, just make them to where that, if by some chance you get tired of something, make it to where it's removable.
Right.
That's all. I told you that the last time, too. I told you to quit poking on your face and poking holes and piercing your face and all that kind of stuff. You had a pretty face. Leave it alone. So, that's it. I just wanted to find out. I had to know. And I appreciate you being on the show. Maybe in a year down the road, we'll touch base and see how this all went.
All right.
All right. And if you got any problems or anything, you can always reach out to me. But you got plenty of people that love you there. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you in the sense that a lot of people do stupid stuff. They really do. But you got people surrounded you that you don't have to have a lot of people either. You just have to have the right people.
Right.
Yeah. Being most popular doesn't mean shit. Just have to have the right people around you. So, it sounds like you do. How's work?
Work is been pretty good. It's decent money and it's pretty easy work, so.
All right. Do you think you can get me a job?
Sure.
All right. Listen, Nick, you're always going to be Nicole in my mind. You're going to have to forgive me on this. It's not going to be an easy one. You know what I mean? So just always know that regardless of whatever I call you, as long as I call you, I appreciate you being on. You were getting to worry me. I didn't know because a lot of people either fall asleep or a last minute change in heart, and this does people not only for you, but you don't know what a service, and I say that all the time, what a service you may be doing for somebody struggling from within, just like you, but way worse and can't handle. So this is why you did what you did, and again, I tell people that your story will help somebody else going through the same stuff. This isn't bad stuff. This is just stuff. So as long as you're a decent person, again, I'm really anti-asshole. I'm sick of shitty people, but I don't really talk to them. They won't come on my show. All right. Anything you want to say about the way you feel or anything before I let you go? For the people out there, again, my little old 3 or 3 million.
Nah.
Really? Nah.
No.
Shoot. Okay, well, we've said it then. Thank you for being on here and being brave enough to tell me that Nicole wants to be Nick. And so like I said, just take your time with that stuff, okay? You got plenty of time. Yeah, don't get unrecognizable to where, again, because some things cannot be taken back, and just take your time. Let's figure. I don't think anybody's gonna not love you any less for not making any changes overnight. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, it's cool. All right. I know it's late over there on the East Coast, and I appreciate you. So just I don't know. Watch the show, take it in, share it with your friends, and tell them, what? Be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you for being brave enough to talk to me. Okay. I love you. I'll see you later.
All right.
Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Wave to them. Be nice. Wave. Hey. Look. Hey. What's a gay horse's favorite food? Hey. It's a joke. All right, I'll see you later, okay?
All right,
All right,
bye.
peace out. Goodbye. Tell your mama hey for me. I know she's watching.
I will.
All right, love you. Bye. Believe that? Nicole, she's brave enough to come on the show. Talk to me about this little girl was on my show about a year ago. That's right. Gotta love it. This girl was on my show about a year ago. She had major daddy issues. Her father and he was on my show too, even before that. He just wasn't around, and I feel bad. What can you do? But she survived. Hey, Petey. Oh, there's very few people who call me Petey. Hey. She was on my show back almost a year ago. Maybe it was in October or September. It's about a year. And she was brave enough to come on the show then, both her and her mother, talking about, because she was just going through problems. And I hate it, but everybody goes through this. Not everybody, lots of people go through this stuff. And it drives me crazy because I'm pissed off because the father, he had a different family. And he was busy with his other family. Yes, love you too. Who's sending those hearts? And it sucks. And it sucks. But you know what? Again, at the end of the day, we talked about there's plenty of people that were surrounding her that loved her. And yeah, it's like you always have that why. Why isn't my father around? Why did my daddy do this? Why did my mother do this? Why did why? There's a lot of whys. And it doesn't leave. And, sometimes time heals things, but it's always in the back of your head. And again, I was going to talk about some other things tonight, and I'm going to let it go, but this one subject. But it's hard. It's hard. So here we are, fast forward a year, and I'm watching Nicole, now wanting to be called Nick. And also a week ago, she makes this announcement that she wants to be called Nick. And I'm going, all right, come on. All right, I'll play. What's the deal? And I didn't ask too many questions. I immediately started calling her up and going, all right, if this is what I think it is, I want you on my show because you've been on my show. Now here we go. And I'm going, is she just reaching out? Is she grabbing straws? Cry for help, whatever. It doesn't sound like it. And I hope for her it's not. I want her to be happy, as well, many people. But, it's a lot of challenges. When you decide you want to be somebody else that nobody's ever seen before, especially a gender change, it's a challenge. People are mean and cruel. Because, again, it's the idiots that spoil it for the ones who really need to be these people. And you got people that just, testing the waters and just ruin it. Again, people only remember the bad stuff. Nobody remembers the good stuff. That's a fact. But if she wants to be Nick, then let her be Nick. There's plenty of people surrounding her that said they'll support her, and I get it. It's just kind of tough. You got children, and look at friggin' Bruce Jenner. Talk about, grown, older man. The guy was on the box of Wheaties. When I was a kid growing up, he was an athlete, and now it's like you want to be a woman, and he went full blown woman. It's like that's a hell of a statement. You have to that's commitment. Again, and well, Leslie, again, it's a shocker. Leslie, Anna, Nicole's mom, Nick's mom, saying that I guess you're having some problem with, in her family, like, relatives, all of a sudden, they go, what, she wants to be a what? It's a tough one, especially old school. It's a tough one. It's like, could be, here's the deal. Most people go, well, where the hell is this coming from? All of a sudden. It's kind of like what I thought. That's why I got her on the show. Wanted to ask. Well, I guess it wasn't all of a sudden. It was a struggle from within for years. Okay. Anyway, I wish Nicole/Nick well, and we'll find out and see how she goes down the road. You know, we'll call her back in 10 months, 9 months, unless she needs to be back. I don't know. I just hope it all goes, because it's not going to be easy. But again, if you have people that love you, screw everybody else. It's that simple. It's your life. But, you know, we all have to live together. That's one thing. Okay, so thank you. Let's move on. Next, got a couple things I want to talk about. I almost opened up a can of worms last week. You know, Sturgis, the motorcycle rallies, they have a yearly event, and everybody went to Sturgis this year, even though, you know, with the pandemic and COVID and all this kind of crap, and nobody was wearing masks. 250,000 people show up at Sturgis, South Dakota. Motorcycles, and they're all doing their thing. In that little town, that's a one-year event that makes their year. There's not much that goes on in that area. So all these bikers and all these people went and, you know, partied and this and that. You didn't hear much other than the news covering that they went there. But since they've left there, you really haven't heard much. All of a sudden, through a friend, I see some article that they're saying that since everybody went to Sturgis, now over 250,000 people have been infected due to people going to Sturgis and transmitting COVID-19 to other people. Not necessarily all the 250,000 that went to the show, to the event, but people that went there, some got, you know, had COVID and this and that, and now they're going back to all their different parts of the country, and now they're, you know, spreading it, and now more than 250,000 people have been infected. I'm going, how the hell does anybody know this? And it was an article. I didn't even have time to read the article. I just don't. I mean, and then I was confronted by somebody, because I couldn't help it. I chimed in, and I love my friends and on this and that, but I chimed in and I said, I call bullshit. And all of a sudden, some guy that was on that page, he goes, I don't understand how you can say what you're saying. And this is apparently because some company from Germany tracked all these people in Sturgis, South Dakota, and did a study. How they can do this study so soon, and how the hell they can track them. They tracked them with cell phones or this and that. Who gives them the right and the permission to do what they did? How do you do that? How do you do that? And the accuracy. And then how do they know who people went when they all went their merry ways to track it? To who actually, I don't get it, and I don't care if I read the article or not. I'm sorry. And you know why? A big thing? The media loves blowing this stuff up. Well, how come they're not talking about it? I mean, this is their prime stuff. They want to pin more stuff on Trump. What, you know, because he allowed it to happen, or the government isn't allowed it, whatever. It's like, nobody's talking about it, so I'm going to believe some friggin' one article that I could have put out there. I could take a picture of Sturgis and put a bunch of type out there and says, you know, Yugoslavian company tracks this and that. Who the hell are they? I just don't believe everything I read. Even though it could make sense, I don't buy it. Just my opinion, people. And again, I love my friends, but everybody's got different opinions. Apparently, especially this year. Halloween. Shit, I gotta get out of here. Halloween. I thought this was going to be one thing that was going to be able to happen, being how we all wear masks. Just keep wearing masks. Trick or treat. LA says no Halloween. I say boo. Why no Halloween? What the hell is Halloween going to do now? Now, I get it, you know, but everybody's wearing masks. It's like, how much more better can you do? They're wearing masks, and you can wear a mask on top of a mask. No Halloween. We'll see how that goes. Had to talk about this. Carol Baskin. I've never seen Tiger King. My daughter has seen it. She relates me to Tiger King. I don't know why. She's just got a warped sense of humor, too. They asked Carol Baskin to be on Dancing with the Stars. It's like a trash magazine now. Why would you want her on there? Train wrecks. Now everybody's going after train wrecks. Before they had, predominant like people that just don't really dance that you loved to bring on the show. Now they're going after it's controversy. Carol Baskin. the one who fed her husband to the lions. And they're doing, I just saw the other night, 48 Hours is doing an investigation on her. They're personally putting their own time and money in investigating her husband who disappeared 20 years ago. If she did it, she's going to get caught. She's going to get caught. Something's going to slip out because she's not under the radar. She keeps bringing herself out there again. And that's, fame, fortune, money. Can't spend all that money in jail. Prison. Just thought I'd mention that. I don't know how you feel about Tiger King. I've never seen it. I haven't. I was going to, and I'm too busy. Sit there and watch episode. I can't binge watch. I mean, I'd love to binge watch. I just can't. Not right now. There's too much going on. But weird show that you couldn't put the remote down. And she's still in the picture. Now she's gonna get paid a bunch of money to be on Dancing with the Stars. I wouldn't want to dance with her. I guess nothing much money can't buy, right? I got a question for you. So I went to McDonald's the other day. I don't go to McDonald's very much. I really don't. Why? Why is their fountain Coke drinks so friggin' good? Why does their Coca-Cola fountain drinks with ice taste so much better than everybody else's? What is it? What do they put in there? Is there some secret sauce? Why is there Coca-Cola? For years, it's always been that way, but it hit me again because they got any size drink you want, so $1, which is a very fair price. They charge like $3 for a large drink, in all these other places, and it really costs 10 cents. The cup costs more than the drink. It tastes, their Coke out of the fountain, it just, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, too. I know you do. Why does it taste so much better? What do they get that everybody else doesn't get? Just a thought. I watched the late night shows again this week. I still say all these shows suck ass. They really do. Political bashing, that's all there is. There's no entertainment. Except James Corden. I've said it before, and now they're kind of back in the studio again. This is the only guy that has a team of people that keeps on creating good entertainment. Like fun stuff, stupid stuff, skits, entertainment, the way it's supposed to be. I really wish he was not on so late. He's got a lot to bring to the table. They got a creative bunch of people that bring entertainment to television. It's entertaining. James Corden. The other shows, again, nothing but one political bashing guest after another, going after one side or another. What are they going to do after the Olympics? It's kind of like the Olympics, right? What are they going to do after this election's over? I mean, they're going to continue on. Somebody's going to be a sore loser. No doubt about that. It just blows my mind. Stephen Colbert, I've gotten to the point. I used to like the guy a lot. I can't. It's just it's like there's no entertainment, not at all. They bring a musical guest on, but it sucks that the life is sucked out of you so bad from watching the show that it's like But he's still on. Just a thought. Good job, James Corden. Good job. As musical director, he's the wackiest music director. He does this stuff so different. Reggie Watts. Good stuff. I dig him. I want to talk to him one of these days. He has definitely got a different approach. All right, next week, I think I'm going to do some dad stuff next week. I'm not sure I'm going to work on it this week. So much has been going on. We've been switching schedules and all that, but that's what we're going to do. Time to go. I want to thank Nicole/Nick for coming on the show tonight and being brave enough to talk about what she's going through to change her life into the way she wants to be. It's not easy doing that. I can't even imagine. I just stick with the screwed up way that I am. I'm just as God made me. Anyway, I thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Share, share, share. A lot of changes going on. We're going through a lot of stuff. I had a bunch of other stuff I wanted to talk about, and I didn't. Again, the time stopped, but I'm not going to do it. We'll just wait. It can wait till next week if I have the time. Again, I thank you all for tuning in, paying attention. Life's a bitch. Do the best you can. Love. Try to be the better person. I have to start. I've really taught myself start taking deep breaths and really let go of things, which isn't easy with me. I'm not a duck. I think my biggest flaw is I take everything in and I don't let. I don't sweat the small stuff. Sometimes I sweat the small stuff. I'm getting better, but I'm really having to work hard at it. Really am. Anyway, I want to thank my beloved Bolt Energy people for once again knowing what I do and still sponsoring me. Bolt Energy, electrify your senses. Ask for it in stores. If you can't find Bolt Energy, go to www.drinkboltenergy. Ask the Bolt Energy people, hey, where can I find this stuff? This fountain of beautiful pleasure that gets me the little kick in the butt I need when I need it without making me all crazy. Where can I find it? And they'll let you know. Go out and ask for Bolt Energy. In fact, when you go into stores, ask for Bolt Energy and tell them Peter G sent you for the Peter G Show. If they don't have it, say, why not? Are you out of your mind? Don't you want to sell Bolt Energy? I want to drink Bolt Energy. I like it. Tastes good, too. No preservatives. Nobody else can do that. No preservatives. Cleaner energy drink. Go out and ask for it. Thank you, Bolt Energy. That's it. Until next week, my name is Peter G. I want to thank everybody who has supported me, my America Strong USA people, my Bolt Energy people, you, the people, we, the people. God bless America. We're going through some really funky times. I didn't have enough time to touch on this, but 9/11 showed, I was Thursday, everybody's showing their support. It needs to stay like that. We need to band together. Don't let them divide us, please. We all need each other. Black, green, red, yellow, white, brown, whatever other color I'm missing. The rainbow, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Red, blue. Stop the nonsense. We all live on this planet together. Stop it. Love you guys more than anything. Till next week. Thanks for watching. Please share, 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 and watch parties. You can do that anytime you see the show. Just hit the share button and do a watch party. Spread the word. You never know who you may be helping. All right? All right. Love you guys. Peace out. Don't go nowhere. See you next week.
Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorce dad, single dad. Divorce dad, single dad. Peter G Show.